Are you trying to figure out how you can get traffic to your website's blog? Have you been spending tons of time writing articles that no one is seeing? I'm going to share with you the approaches that we've employed to get traffic increases like this to our clients' websites. And make sure that you watch through this entire video because each section of it is going to be a critical part of accomplishing the goals that you want to achieve. My name is Frank. I'm the founder of Saga Pixel. We are a digital marketing firm, and we've built this company, all of the clients that we've acquired through the techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So let's get into it. Before we do anything, I want to start off with communicating the importance of understanding your buyer's journey. There are certain people that you want to get in front of with your website, and there are others that really don't have a lot of value for your business or your blog. You need to start off by understanding who your target audience is and making sure that you're selecting topics that are going to align with the problems and solutions that you help with. I'll give you an example. Back in January of 2017, we were just starting off and I had a basement waterproofing company come in. Part of our strategy was a blogging strategy, and we wrote an article that was about converting your crawl space into a basement. Not only did it get traffic, he got leads from it in Tennessee, in Texas, in Kentucky, and he operated in South Jersey. In addition, he was a basement waterproofing company. He really didn't do this kind of work. So while the topic was related to the topic of basements, it failed in two ways. First, the person that was looking up how to convert a crawl space into a basement was not his target audience. His target audience was people that were getting water in their basement. Second, the topic targeted basically the entire country. And given that he only really served the state of New Jersey and a little bit of Eastern Pennsylvania, he was never going to be able to turn this traffic into business. So all in all, it was a waste of time and resources. The second most common mistake that I see is that you may select a topic that is on your buyer's journey. It's a great keyword, but it's too competitive. Now, there are SEO tools such as Ahrefs that I have enabled here that will provide some metrics about each one of the websites that are ranking for a specific query. So if I look at a query like, is Ozempic safe for kidneys? I scroll down and I can see a domain rating 98, a 72, a 49, a 94. This is giving me an idea of how competitive these search engine results are. If my website has a domain rating 8, there's a good chance that this is going to be a little bit too difficult for me to go after, and I should probably move on, find another topic. Now, in many cases, you may look at the search engine results and it's like 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, and then you see like a random 25 at position 6. Or some of these high domain rating websites may be like a forum, for example, like Quora. Pro tip, if you ever see Quora or a similar type forum, these are usually a walk in the park to rank for, and if it's a good topic, go for it. But basically what we're looking for is, first of all, are all of these like uber competitive websites? But also don't stop there. Take a look at the actual topics of the articles. If the topics seem like they're just kind of tangentially covering the topic of is Ozempic safe for kidneys, for example, a dedicated article on a low domain rating website will often be more relevant and be deemed a better answer by Google. In this case, all of the results seem to be about the topic of kidneys and Ozempic, so I wouldn't say that this is a slam dunk. However, I am noticing things like position 8 is kidney week, position 9 is Ozempic may help you lose weight. When you see that there are results that are not actually directly about the query that you entered into Google, you may have an opportunity here. The next criterion, the third, is what kind of traffic do I think I can generate from this? This tool is estimating that the top result for this query is getting about 1,200 visitors a month. Then when you go down the page, 294, 302, basically you can expect, according to a third-party SEO tool, to get visitors in the hundreds if you manage to rank for this topic. If that's enough for you, great, boxes checked. If you're only considering article topics that are in thousands or tens of thousands, this is going to be a pass for you. So once you have your topic selection down, which is arguably the most important step, understanding what you want to go after, there are lots of different ways that you can find topics to explore as far as potential articles are concerned. As far as free tools, my favorite would be Also Ask. You can throw a keyword in here. Here I'm going to do Ozempic, and it generates a whole bunch of questions that people are asking about Ozempic. Now it's just a matter of taking the steps that I showed you in the previous section to see whether you have a chance to rank for this and if it's worth your time. Another tool is an oldie but goodie, the keyword sheeter. As you can see, it's had other names. Just throwing a seed keyword in here. I'm going to do the same thing with Ozempic. You're going to see that it will start mining auto-suggest for keywords, searches that people are performing on Google. Let it run for a while, and then you can just go through this list, and you're going to have to then do the analysis to see, like, are these topics good to go after? If you have an Ahrefs subscription, I highly recommend that you learn how to use Content Explorer. This is one of my favorite SEO tools. So basically, this is a search engine that you can apply filters to. I've thrown in the seed keyword Ozempic. I'm only interested in stuff that's getting some traffic, so I'm going to filter out anything that has a page traffic under 200, and I don't want to go up against NBC News, so I'm going to apply a domain rating filter of stuff that's under 50. Going to only look at stuff in English. Click on show results. Now, technically, I'm looking for article ideas, so I'm not interested in seeing any home pages. Let's apply that as well. So now this is going to give me articles that are getting traffic that, given my website, I think I'd be able to compete against, and I can then click on here and get an idea of what is driving the traffic to this website. Like, what are the keywords behind this 1,100 visitors a month? Again, ask all your questions. Is this on my target audience's buyer's journey? Is this the person that I want to get in front of? Is it getting enough traffic to be worth my time? And I would say, given that you've already applied the filter, you're only going to see websites that are kind of within your competitive range. It's going to give you topics that someone with a domain rating that's not 90 is ranking for. So once you've identified your topic, the next step is to make sure that you are providing better answers than anyone else. I'm going to select this topic, Ozempic foods to avoid, and throw that into Google. Now I'm going to open up all of the search results. These are some pretty heavy duty websites that I'm seeing here. I want to keep an eye out for anything that is lower. Like, look at this, a domain rating 3. What's going on with that website that we can try to replicate? So we're going to go through this article, and I want to get an idea of all the subtopics. I'm going to start by creating an outline, putting this into a document, and basically putting together an outline that's going to make sure that we're covering this topic more thoroughly than anyone else. I want to add that this is not an exercise in creating a roundup of everything that's on page 1. We want to figure out what we can bring to this that's going to be unique. And as AI content is just filling the web, Google is going to be looking harder and harder at content that seems to have some sort of first-hand experience. So try to talk about the topic in a way that demonstrates some actual first-hand knowledge of whatever it is that you're writing about. If you, for example, were a medical spa that prescribes Ozempic for weight loss, and you've had multiple patients already use it, you should be using language like, we've seen that our patients do this. A few of our patients have seen that. One case, we had someone named Shannon that did X, Y, and Z. Obviously, you shouldn't use the people's real name, but you get the idea. Cover the topic more thoroughly than anyone else in the search engine result. Add something unique that's from your first-hand experience, and just try to write the best article you possibly can, and make sure that no one else has one that's better than yours. After you've published a few articles, make sure that you establish some sort of taxonomy for your website. There are 2 reasons for this. First, you want to get people that have read one article that may be interested in other articles or related articles on your website over to know that those articles exist as well. You also want to create eventually a hub and spoke model for your content where you have important articles that talk about big topics, and then a bunch of other supporting articles that talk about, let's say, subtopics within that article. This will help to create a cluster around specific subjects, which will over time help your website to rank better for anything related to that topic. Let's take a look at how we handle this on our website. Our taxonomy has 2 parts. First, we set a category of SEO, so all of our SEO articles are internally linked to one another through a blog feed of the category. Second, we've created tags that are based on industry. The whole thought being that if you're a plastic surgeon reading an article about plastic surgery SEO, you might be interested in social media marketing or PPC or the latest trends in cosmetic surgery marketing. In this case, we're trying to serve people well by pointing them to articles that they may be interested in, and we've also automated a whole bunch of internal linking around the topic of plastic surgery marketing. you need to figure out what the equivalent is for your topic. Just make sure that whenever you do establish your taxonomy, that you have a design set up for each one of your blogs where people can very readily and easily see that you have additional content that may be of interest to them on your website. I wish you good luck in your content journey. If you want to learn more about SEO and digital marketing, please make sure to check out the rest of our channel. I'm also over on TikTok and LinkedIn, so I'm going to add some links in the video description if you want to stay connected.